Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Grumpy Old Gamers podcast. You can't teach an old gamer new tricks. I'm Ryan, and with me, as always, my good buddy Rob.
Hello, how you doing, sir? And
Good,
just like clockwork, Mr.
like
George
clockwork.
Started
Yeah, he sensed
messaging the group. Yep.
that the podcast was starting, and
but we're not going to redo it because we're not professionals. This is one take Jake right here.
It's a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot of work to redo that intro.
Yeah,
I summoned a lot of energy, and I've expelled it already.
Happy Wednesday, fella.
Happy Wednesday. Yeah, just some life things got in the way there, so we're even doing this a lot earlier than we usually do.
I'm so tired. Just woke up.
Yeah. So in weird stuff, holy ice storm in Edmonton last night. We've had freezing rain quite a bit in the last few years, but usually it rains and then by noon it's just slush.
Yeah.
But no, this is there's like an inch of ice everywhere.
Well, don't worry, because nothing lasts forever. Not even cold December rain.
All right. That's why my on the audio or the video here, my cheeks are all rosy. I was outside chipping up ice right before we started up here.
Whatever you got to say to cover up the Coke, that's fine.
Well, that's why my nose is runny, not why my cheeks are rosy.
Right.
So it's been 2 weeks since we did an episode. There wasn't much going on last week, so we just I was on holidays and I was just way too drunk to do a podcast. So
it's true. Yeah,
that's what holidays are now in the COVID era. I just on the Friday that I start my holidays, I just start drinking and then stop on the Saturday night, the end of my holidays.
Yep.
Well, in that 2 weeks, probably the biggest thing that went by was Black Friday.
Yes.
Did you partake in any Black Friday purchases?
Just the one, and that was Horizon Zero Dawn. Finally got it for the PC.
Nice.
On a Steam sale there, and have played it for roughly an hour. And gonna get back to it. It's been really good so far.
Okay.
Really good so far. Really enjoying it. That was it. How about you? I'm sure I can imagine you buying a few more things.
Well, I bought 2 digital things, and I picked up Assassin's Creed, but I think I talked about that already because it was pre-Black, like in the sale never got better. Even when Black Friday hit, there wasn't too much more that went on sale that wasn't already.
Right.
And actually, the only other thing I partook in was this for the Razer Kishi, and I'm gonna do up a little video review on it, but I won't bury the lead. It works great. It's solid. Pretty happy with it. The only downside I have is I need to take my phone out of its case because I got a big ass protective case on here, and
that's right.
It doesn't like fitting in there otherwise. But I played some Game Pass stuff on there. Awesome.
Excellent.
It's like having a Switch that you can play Game Pass games on.
Right. That'd be a good idea. Switch. Nintendo, if you're listening.
Nintendo?
And we know you are.
Yeah, because we get the cease and desist letters. Quit talking about Joy-Cons or we're going to end you. That's what the last one said.
It's true.
Well, that's enough friendly banter.
All right. Friendly banter Check.
According to our schedule here, we've hit the 3 to 5 minutes of friendly banter that we can
right.
we can move on into housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
And the first bit of housekeeping, I'll let you take, Rob.
I'm not wearing any pants.
Film at 11.
Film at 11. Yeah, just going on about the Hope Mission fundraiser here again that we're doing till the 20th. Thank you to everyone who's donated already. And thanks to the first milestone, I guess it would be what you call it. This Friday, so in 2 days, I'm going to be playing a scary game on live stream.
Yeah. Have you picked the game yet?
Well, leaning kind of on Dead Space. I hear Dead Space is a but I'm open for suggestions. The poll didn't really go anywhere, so
no.
It'll be something from Game Pass. And yeah, we'll have some grumpy folks on Discord as well watching me do it here. Not Mr.
Absolutely.
Kashmir, from what I hear. He's going to be unavailable.
I don't like being scared. You know what? I don't know where I put them. I was going to say I pre-purchased my my beams for the potential of the next level at 200 there.
Right.
We're gonna do the Beam Boozled challenge again, but it's gonna be with trivia this time. Not just us going around a circle eating the eating the yucky beans.
Yep. So yeah, to everyone who's donated, thanks again. And it's open till the 20th. We'll be giving away Steam game codes. There's going to be other shenanigans we'll add. There you go. And yeah, and everyone who's entered will be entered into a $50 Amazon gift card as well for a draw there.
Yep.
So yeah, get in there. It's a great cause. Like Ryan was saying, we're having freezing rain and cold temperatures and a lot of people out of work. So great cause.
Absolutely.
Please give. And from there, we're going to get to teabagging. So,
well, before we do that, I'll
spoiling the surprise for later. If you want to stop listening now, that's
bury the lead. Bury that lead. No, I just wanted to do the quick shout out to Buzzsprout again, who's giving us a chance to be an affiliate of theirs. And if you have any interest whatsoever in doing a podcast, we get the thumbs up from Rob.
That'll show on the video.
I don't know if it does or not.
Yeah.
We'll have
to see. That could be a fun. That's a fun test right there.
But yeah, Buzzsprout. You know what? They make it super easy to end up on all the major audio podcast platforms. It's literally like signing in, like basically checking off some boxes and saying, "Yeah, I'd like to go here, here, and here." So they make it ridiculously easy.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If you have any questions about podcasting, we are not experts, but if you want to drop us an email at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com, if you had any questions, I'm always willing to answer them. So if you are interested, if you do sign up for 1 month of Buzzsprout, they will send you a $25 Amazon gift card. And you also get a month of podcasting. So the link is in our show notes, wherever you happen to be picking this up, shows up there. So yeah, check it out if you're interested in doing this crazy podcast thing.
That's right.
And, you know, I had to make this the most important story of the week because I know this is something near and dear to your heart.
Absolutely. Best part of any first-person shooter.
Oh, it's come out that Halo Infinite players are communicating through teabag dancing. So they basically call it that. It's just squatting. But
yeah, when you don't have a dead enemy there, it's not really teabagging, I guess.
It's not really teabagging, but they've just bundled that in there now. And this article, I'm like, I'm like, oh, I'm so adding this to the list. Rob's gonna love this one.
Just the natural progression of Halo
Yeah.
is that starts off here, ends up with the debagging.
Like I was telling you when we were talking before the show here, I saw an article and I'm pretty sure it was a comedy one, but it was basically saying millennials were confused by older players squatting up and down on their faces after they killed them. It's like, oh, uh-huh.
Yep,
You being violated. That's what's happening.
that's what's happening.
Awesome.
The circle of Halo life.
The Circle of Halo Life. Oh, speaking of that, it came out today, right? The Halo Infinite campaign.
It sure did.
All right. And oh yeah, I think we got a little bit of news about that later on in the show.
Maybe.
That's calling building anticipation, Rob.
That's right. That's right. Ryan's actually in the game. He's grunt number 3 in
Yeah.
the first sequence. He's like, I'm a grumpy old gamer. Ah!
I'm a grumpy old gamer. And they just shoot me. Ooh, all right. Marvel is working on an MMORPG, and they've hired the guy who looked after City of Heroes and DC Universe Online.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
Jack Emmert is his name. So
Yeah, I hear the City of Heroes actually got really, really good there.
yeah,
It started off a little rough, but
another one of those bigger ambitions that they could cram into a game, right?
And now now they're gonna have a few dozen decent characters they can work with.
Just
Bit of a
few,
fan
right?
base already.
Yeah. So I mean, as long as Crystal Dynamics isn't handling it, I think we should be okay. Ayo.
Oh, they peaked with the 3DO.
Were they involved with the studio?
Oh, they made a lot of games for the 3DO. Yeah,
Oh,
they were almost a first party developer. They made so
oh
many.
wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I did not realize that.
I think they were involved with Gex. Let me just I just have to keep my 3DO games in this here cover.
So yeah, I mean, the biggest news about that. They're also saying though that we're not going to see anything of this until 2023. But I'd be interested. Love me some MMOs and love me some superhero games when they're good.
Man. Well, now I'm just doing this because I'm being stubborn.
The drawer stuck.
It is.
Oh, no.
Okay. Tip. There we go. Watch me not find a Crystal Dynamics game now.
Yeah. After all that.
Oh, cool. Maybe we'll edit that part out. I'm pretty
Nope.
sure.
We already said it at the beginning, Rob. We don't edit.
There you go. Here's a launch title. Crystal Dynamics Crash and Burn. There you go. Let's see if I can get better than instruction manual. There's her name right there.
Oh, nice. Wow.
Yeah. And that was the launch title. And I don't say a launch title, I say the launch title because they had one launch title.
Wow. Okay.
That's one of the fun things about 3DO. They kept changing the hardware and they made a big change right near the end. And the only developer who had a chance to adjust for the new hardware in time for the launch was Crystal Dynamics with Crash and Burn. So they had one launch game.
Wow. Okay.
Still more successful in Stadia.
Yes, it is.
Uh,
Well, Rob, 1 year later, it only took a year. but Cyberpunk 2077 is finally getting some positive reviews on Steam, or some very positive. I guess
Well,
there
good
were
for
some
them.
people who were giving it positive before, but after a big influx of the game being on sale half off for Black Friday, they've seen a big influx of very positive reviews.
Yeah, it just took a year to get to a playable
Took a
state.
year for that to happen. And you know what? The article I'd opened about that is deciding to not show up for me now. So I don't have much more to say about that.
Yeah, it's they expected to lose 51 million in refunds back in April. That was from the folks at Frag Hero.
Frag Hero, yeah.
Yeah. The article we posted on our page there.
Yeah. Also, I read another article this week, them saying that they're starting to ramp down the support on the main game and actually moving some people over to DLC now, because they I guess smartly decided to not after the rocky launch, to divide their forces, right?
Yeah.
And Q1 is still the no official date, but still the targeted time for Cyberpunk to be on the next gen systems. I think I'm gonna wait. That's when I'm gonna.
Yeah, if they've proven anything, give them time for the reviews and to work some things out.
Mm-hmm.
Besides, Q1 is when the Amico is totally coming out, and I'll have it, and you can come over and play it with the system I'll totally have that they're making right now.
That's just totally not a figment of your imagination.
Yeah, it says I was told in an email they're in production, even though there doesn't seem to be any collaborating evidence to anything of the sort.
Mm-hmm.
Should have gotten Atari VCS.
No, you shouldn't have.
At least they made a system. You can play things on it.
That's true. This is true. Well, Rob, I'll let you take the next story here.
Yeah, speaking of Intellivision and better times, 42 years ago, December 3rd, the Intellivision was released, 1979.
So, is that the original, like the one that they made the IntelliVoice for and everything?
Absolutely, yeah.
Wow. Because I didn't I guess I didn't really become aware of it until like 81 or 82.
Oh yeah. Well, it'd only been a couple of years old at that point, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, it was December 3rd, 1979. The world was changed. Snafu even.
My world was changed when I heard a gaming system talk to me, and it said B-17 bomber.
Yep, or you're out.
You're out.
Yeah, there were some great games for it. It was and so many good games, and it was competition for the Atari, right? It was
Yeah.
You had a different choice, and everyone had that one friend who had the Intellivision instead of the Atari. I said screw them all. We got a ColecoVision later, but that was.
So the IntelliVoice.
Mm-hmm.
Did the voice come out of that module, or did it?
You sure did.
It did. Hey, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember that far back.
See if I can reach it here. Right there. And it's got the volume control right on the front there.
Yeah.
It's got a little set of speakers.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. $3.99 at a thrift store.
That's a good find.
No kidding, eh? So congratulations, Intellivision.
42
hope-
years.
Yep.
So in a no one saw this coming, Bethesda has been doing some more work on their Quake remaster that they released over the summer there. And this past Thursday, they uh, had a large update that included a horde mode.
Okay. And what's a horde mode again?
It's basically like Left 4 Dead. Like it's just wave after like up to
Okay.
4 players, and just you're just taking on waves and bosses
Gotcha.
of enemies, right?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So you can play it solo, or you can bring along bots for the ride if you don't have friends that want to play it with you.
Bum 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 bum. Burn.
Um, so yeah, it was just like a modern addition to a game that they put a shiny new release this summer of it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Remaster.
I've I did try it out because I think it was on Game Pass, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah, looked pretty neat. It's Quake, a game that kind of blew people's minds after Doom, right? It was kind of the next step. You could get it with, you could use 3D graphics enhanced card
That's right.
if you had yourself a Voodoo,
Mm-hmm.
or yeah, everyone had the Voodoo at that point, where you had a
Wasn't there a
3D
Rage? Wasn't there Rage cards?
Yeah,
too?
ATI made Rage.
Yeah.
And then but the Voodoo, the 3DFX cards you had, and this is for anyone who's not old enough to remember, you'd have your 2D card and you'd have a little pass-through cable on the back that would go to your 3D card, and then out of the 3D card to the monitor there. And that blew our minds. So many polygons.
Well, so yeah, I might have to go check that out. I like horde mode in games. It's fun stuff.
Some fun stuff there.
So I didn't get a chance to check in on this, but apparently chapter 2 of Fortnite ended last Saturday, and the servers actually went dark again for something like 8 hours.
Their chapters must be quite long. It seems like they I mean, like Fall Guys is on like season 19 or something now.
Well, so they have like parts inside the chapters, or seasons inside the chapters, I guess, because they are on like season. Oh my goodness. Oh no, I guess they rename them with each chapter.
Okay.
So I'm not sure how many they actually got out, but because it's now chapter 3, season 1.
Gotcha.
So I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I guess they revealed that The Rock is actually like a major character in it, like causing the events of these of all these changes. And
Sure he is. They're like, we need to find a small actor who needs some money. We can help him out.
They also released a whole bunch of Spider-Man skins with the new chapter.
Every game is going to be in Fortnite at some point.
I think so.
It's
If Fortnite is what reminds me of like the Ready Player One world.
Yeah.
Where it's just like every pop culture thing is just going to end up in there.
Because Epic bought Harmonix, right?
Oh, they did. Yes.
Yeah. So, so can you just imagine like Rock Band inside inside Fortnite? You start playing these plastic guitars and.
Yeah, like you log in to play Rock Band. Because I mean, they're already doing like concerts and
yeah, they had that. What's that guy's name? Travis Scott, the one who had all those. Was it Travis Scott, the guy who had people die at his concert not that long ago?
I think so. That sounds familiar. Yeah,
probably would like to forget that particular concert, but
but yeah, they've had a few. Usually seems to gravitate more towards like hip hop and dance music. So One of those guys who wears the big masks, not Dead Mouse, but the other guy. He did one too. That's where I'm old. I'm like,
Is that
you
like
know,
was that like the Daft Punk guys? Is that what they're called? Or no?
no, it wasn't Daft Punk. No, there's another
Some
guy.
other there's yet another guy who wears a big mask.
Yeah,
Cool. Whoever you are, we're proud of you.
yeah.
We're proud of you.
But
Speaking of things we're not proud
yeah, I
of.
was just gonna say. I was gonna.
I don't know that I
exactly.
don't know how to segue into this one because it's absolutely freaking awful. So good luck. Go.
So Sony Interactive Entertainment had to fire George Casiopo. Oh man,
It's Italian. It looks like
yeah,
Cacioppo, maybe.
Cacioppo.
Yeah.
He was a senior vice president in the engineering division after he appeared on a YouTube channel.
Not
Where
of his own volition.
not of his own volition.
Yeah.
This YouTube channel is called People versus Preds, and they are a vigilante group that conducts amateur sting operations to expose alleged predators.
Yeah, it's like that that show to catch a predator, but
Yeah,
they're like doing it on YouTube. And yeah, evidently this guy invited a 15-year-old boy over for sex over Grindr and text messages.
yeah.
They fired him as soon as it came out, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This is still allegedly, of course. It looks like it's been handed over to the police, like they handed over all the video evidence after posting the video, of course. And yeah, that's awful. Like, I mean, you don't even, where do you go from that? Like, I mean, Sony did the right thing right away. They didn't they didn't say they were going to wait to find out about anything or wait to see how the investigation goes. They just terminated right away.
Yep.
So that's good.
So I don't know how it all went down, but apparently he was getting this boy to come over to his place because they just sent a camera person.
Yeah, but they did publish chat logs where he's appearing to invite,
Yep.
15-year-old over for, some horrible things.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully that's, I'm sure that'll be in the news pretty quick here, but that's awful.
It is.
And you don't really know what else to say about that, but
no. But let's move on into some happier stuff, and we'll move on into what we've been playing.
Shall we play a game?
Let the games begin!
Do you want to play a game?
Oh, okay.
Oh, you go first, Rob. Give me a chance to have a sip of drink here. And
so over the last couple of weeks, played a little Forza Horizon 5, and by that I mean another 10 or 12 hours. Just working my way through, doing different races, series, like doing some of the season series and stuff like that, and slowly trying to get every single little board, looking for fantastic Volkswagen bugs. And yes,
you completed the I forget what they're calling it, the accolades thing, right?
Oh, the 4 series, like the Apex, the off-road one. Yeah, you bet. That gets you into the Hall of Fame.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, still playing around with that. Occasionally I'll just sit down and we'll get I have a Volkswagen Baja bug that's painted up like a bullet bill. And
nice.
We'll just go jumping off things and the kids will watch. And so I figured I had to stop saying I just played Forza Horizon 5. So I did try other games this week. One is called Archvale, which is new on Game Pass. And the best way to describe this game is a pixel art, Legend of Zelda type dual stick shooter.
Oh,
which sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's roguelite. I haven't died yet because I'm a damn boss. But no, and I'm also playing it on easy. There's like a story mode. So, but yeah, you work your way through. You're going from town to town, and there's if you've got a sword, it shoots a little. It's a sword, but it also shoots a little wave. But there's a whole bunch of different weapons. There's armor and stuff, and crafting, and it's very much pixely, and that's pretty cool. It's been fun to goof around with.
Awesome.
I like a good twin stick shooter. Played the crud out of the Gungeon,
Right.
and so yeah, it's on Game Pass. Go try it out. It's fun. It's good. I'll
Awesome.
tell you to live your life, but if you like fun, you'll try it out. And the other game I did, which it makes me feel very topical and current, like we actually have our finger on the pulse of video gaming. Today, I downloaded Halo Infinite, the campaign, not having tried the multiplayer because teabagging. And I played a little bit over lunch here. And wow, yeah. Halo does a beginning story of a game really well. And I have to admit, as far as the guns, like the first setting of it, the first battle session, like the chapter, I guess, I have to admit, I don't know how powerful each of the guns are compared to the other ones, because I'm not a big Halo guy. But they do have a new one called the Mangler, which is like a shotgun and a handgun, which is pretty awesome. And yeah, so I've been working my through also on easy because again, I'm delicate. But so far, really good. It plays awesome. You got this grappling hook thing you can use to shoot across things, and it reminds me a bit of the play kind of when you start Halo Combat Evolved, which I've been hearing a lot of people say that it's kind of a throwback to the way the games used to be. I'm sure Damon by now has played 25 hours, so he could do a much better report on it than I. Wearing his replica Master Chief helmet.
Yeah.
So I don't want to spoil the beginning, but Master Chief explodes, and you play a raccoon. No, you don't. That's
not to spoil anything.
Not to spoil anything, but Master Chief's head just explodes the beginning of it, and you're actually playing a talking lizard named Gex.
That's a direction.
It's bold.
It's a bold
It's
direction.
bold. Ever since Crystal Dynamics took over the art direction there. Yeah. Crystal Dynamics also released Gex. There you go. Anyway, sorry. Halo Infinite. Seems pretty cool. I'm going to play some more of it on the
Awesome.
PC. And that's that. So that's kind of what I played. What about you there, fella?
Well,
Guy?
in the last 2 weeks, I've definitely had some time to play some stuff.
You've got some stuff on your list.
Well, I'll start off with the first one, Guardians of the Galaxy, the new Guardians of the Galaxy game.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. They did
Yay.
Square Enix did a really good job on this game. So you only ever play as Star-Lord, and you're of course the leader of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But and then you're giving commands to the other guys. But they have the interactions, like, it's so awesome because they very rarely repeat anything to you. Like, and there's always banter between like the other members, and you're always settling fights or egging them on.
Right.
There's this part where like Drax wants to throw Rocket Raccoon across a canyon to like activate a bridge that's over there.
Yep.
And it's like you get the choice. You can like encourage Drax or discourage Drax. It's like
So which one did you pick?
I discouraged him.
Oh.
Yeah. I didn't think he'd make it even if you threw him. But the action's pretty tight. The story is good. I've been having a lot of fun playing it. I've also been streaming it on our on our Twitch page there and copying it over to our YouTube too. So I'm doing a complete playthrough of it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So check that out if you want to see some of the gameplay on it. There's
YouTube.com/the grumpy old gamers.
Yeah.
Probably is that. Maybe.
So also I've discovered there's a lot of silent parts in the recording because there is a lot of licensed music.
And there's a
this
streaming
game.
mode you can pick, right? Did you take that or
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe I should because but I don't know, man. The music's pretty good.
It is.
It's
so Twitch takes it out automatically, or
yeah.
Okay.
Well, they just mute your audio. Yeah. But it only seems to be happening in the cutscenes, not in the actual gameplay.
Right.
So
yeah. Maybe the other noise is overpowered a bit, eh?
Mm-hmm.
The almighty algorithm.
So yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Gonna definitely try and finish that up.
Good job, Square Enix.
Mm-hmm.
Way to redeem yourself.
Next up, I played a little game called Riftbreaker. It's on Game Pass, and been hearing lots of good things about it, so I decided to check it out. So imagine if StarCraft was a twin stick shooter. Or was a twin stick shooter as well.
Okay.
So you've got your base building like elements.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of like building your armies, you don't do that. You're the only offense. And yeah, it's good. I've put a lot of time into it. The learning curve is definitely probably at about an 80-degree slant right now because there's like tech trees for like building up, and yeah, there's a lot to this game, a lot, and definitely learning as I'm going along. Another game I'm going to put some more time into because it's pretty fun.
Oh, right on.
I also got to try with some friends of mine a game called Crab Game, which is a free game on Steam.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a knockoff of Squid Game, the popular TV show that everyone's going crazy for these days. And basically it's a lot of Squid Game inspired type games, some of their own original ones, but it's also a game you can tell that was kind of slapped together. And so there's a lot of floaty physics and a lot of jank, but you know what? The fun is being on with your friends and playing with like 60 other people. And
the fun is the fun you had, the friends you made along the way.
Yeah, exactly. Because also, like I get in a match, you join with your friends or whatever, and it's not like a battle royale where you can just ditch out and start a new match. Like people are hosting these servers, and because it's just a free little independent game, right? And so then you gotta, even if you die in the first 5 seconds of the very first match, if you want to stay with your friends, you got to watch all the other other stuff going on. But yeah, it was like in terms of like if you want to just have some like good janky fun with your friends, there you go.
Very nice.
So the next one here, I wanted to run the title by you. And have you heard of this game?
I have not.
Okay. So the game is called Super Punch Patrol. Sounds like a top quality game, right?
It does. It sounds like one that you would have had in a previous series for
the Cheap Bag Game Challenge. Yeah. It really does, doesn't it? Well, what drew my attention to it is it was like 90% off and only like $2. So I was like, yeah. So I'm like, hey, I'll take a look at this. So I opened it up and read about it, and it's actually the new game from the guy who did Gunman Clive and Extermination Force.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow. Okay.
Yeah. So it has a very similar graphic style as Gunman Clive, except instead of being like that whole brown and black color, these are reds and blues.
Okay.
But it's that really like smooth animation, but like still looking hand drawn, and it's a pretty solid little beat 'em up. So
Oh, right
it's a
on.
really real solid little beat 'em up with a really bad name.
Super Punch Patrol.
So actually I played a bit. Yeah, I was actually very surprised, and yeah, I'm gonna play some more of it for sure. It's another one of those, like, I don't know, we'll call it like a bathroom game. Can play it while you're doing your business.
So this is not for the PlayStation 5 then?
No, it's on
No,
the Switch.
You're not sitting on your toilet just
with
Or
mirrors set up so I
Yep.
can see the see the TV screen.
got a TV cart that you haul
Mm-hmm.
into the bathroom.
So also, the wife and I play a little game called It Takes Two.
I saw that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
It is really, really good. It's just challenging enough that, like, my wife's had to take a few runs at a few things, but you know, she's kind of in that beginner to intermediate, but she's definitely getting better as she remembers the controls on the controller, because that's the biggest part, is like too many buttons, right?
Oh yeah.
But it's all the levels are all about cooperation and like doing things together. And yeah, they just execute it. So, like, I don't know if I should talk about the levels, because
You'd have to explain what the story's about then.
Well, I mean, well, no, because it was kind of a good surprise to be like, wait a second, they gave us, you do this and I do that, so that each person gets something that complements each other.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll talk about the first one, because that'd be a pretty easy one for you to get to. So the guy gets in the very first level, the guy gets nails, and the girl gets a hammerhead. And so you're doing all these things. So there's like a part where someone's got to get across this chasm. So I threw the nails into these targets, and then Julie had to jump across with the hammerhead, because it's just a hammerhead. You're helping out Mr. Hammer to get his body back. And she grabs onto them with the claw and like jumps across the chasm like that. And yeah, so it's just like all this complementing stuff that and the level we're playing now, it's an even better complement than that. Did I mention graphics? Because they're pretty great. Like, it's graphics are great, controls are tight. It's it's a great, might even be something you want to maybe try with the kids, except, you know, the whole story is about divorce.
Yeah,
so,
I've watched a playthrough of the first little bit, and yeah, that might be a bit strong.
Yeah,
because there are moments where it's like this. Whoa, they're getting really serious here for
a little
claymation styled game with cooperation platforming. But
so yeah, if you don't want to talk about that stuff, maybe don't try that with the kids, Rob. So yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with that. We've had kind of three gaming sessions now. We're on just about to finish the third level. I'm not quite sure how long the game is, but. And lastly, just quickly, you know, we had a pretty cool weekend just this past weekend, so that
did.
That signaled the return of Splatoon 2 to the Kashmir household. Me, Julie, and the kid there, we hopped on and put in a couple hours of Splatoon again. Probably hadn't played it since the spring. So it's been a few months, a little rusty, but comes back to you just like riding the bike. So
Very
that's
nice.
Splatoon 2 making another appearance in anticipation of Splatoon 3.
And that's the games we've been playing.
That's the games we've been playing. Whew.
Playing
Well,
games with our hearts.
stop playing games with my.
Well, now we're getting copyright struck.
Yeah. That's how you get attention, Rob. That's how you get attention.
That's right. That's right.
Well, I do have something that's making me grumpy this week, Rob.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have a bumper for that one, or
Not yet. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to do a bumper for making me grumpy.
you could do like Grandpa Simpson there going, "We had onions in our belts because it's the style of the day," or old man shakes fist at cloud.
Yeah.
So what's making you grumpy, Guy?
The whole Battlefield 2042 debacle.
I heard that game's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just gonna end the show right now, Rob.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
So EA came out, EA and DICE came out, and they laid out the road ahead, their plans ahead for Battlefield 2042.
Yeah, they
and this roadmap is all about the shit that they need to fix.
did.
Because they launched this game in such a broken state.
Yep.
And it's just like this, it's like a 3-page post, and they're like, so in update number 1 coming in 2 weeks, we're gonna try and have this and this fixed, and then update number 2 weeks after that, we're gonna. It's like, I know there's a whole other like side to like the gaming industry where they have to make their board members happy and stockholders, whatever, but you know, this has done so much damage. All I can say is, you know what, there's 2 Angry Joe videos now. There's like his first like initial reaction, which is very profanity heavy.
Yeah, it got demonetized, he said.
Yeah,
he said
got
the review
demonetized.
it was excessive vulgarity.
It was so filled with swearing and anger that it got demonetized. I watched his other video, the second one, the actual review, and it's an hour and 20 minutes of just all the stuff that is wrong with the game. And one of the biggest things that people don't like is the whole, they got rid of the the classes in the game and just brought out specialists, which makes it like more like Call of Duty, instead of having, you know, your medic or your infantry or your heavy, or, you know, you've got these specialists now. Also, it was announced that they're already talking about the future of Battlefield, and the next Battlefield game that they're working on is going to be something that's more like Overwatch or Valorant, where you have like basically like a set of heroes in these matches, right?
They're trolling you at this point. It's
because, and it's like, it's just so frustrating, because it's like they don't know their crowd at all. They don't even want to see what the fans want. They're just like, hey, this is what makes us money, or we see this making money over there. Why don't we try doing that?
Yeah.
So it's just so frustrating. I mean, I took a little break from. I went out on a high note in Battlefield. You know, at the end of Battlefield 4, there I put a lot of time into Battlefield 4. I played the base game, and I played all 3 or 4 of the expansions that came out, and I had so many of the achievements unlocked. I was so into that game, because it was a lot of fun. Like, it really got what I thought Battlefield was about, compared
Mhm.
to there. Actually, in Battlefield 4, there was one expansion that came out that was basically everyone called it the Call of Duty expansion
Mhm.
because it got rid of the big maps and it was just all building maps, all maps going on in buildings, like these really small, like just crazy shoot 'em up maps. And people, that was the least popular out of all those expansions because
Right.
people are like, there's no vehicles, there's
Yep.
no, giant sprawling spaces. It's not what Battlefield's about.
Yeah. And they're like, we'll show you what Battlefield's about.
Yeah. This is what we want it to be about. We want it to be.
You like concerts and pickaxes?
Yeah.
You hear the kids like that.
I I never tried one. I never tried Battlefield 1, which is the one that came out after 4, of course, right?
Yeah, we've been down this
Yeah,
road,
we've been
yeah.
down this road before. I guess I'm forgetting Hardline in there. That actually came out after 4, but I don't know. It was basically Battlefield 4 Cops and Robbers mod.
Right.
Anyway, so when Battlefield 1 came out, I didn't have a PC that could run it very well. So I never played it. But when Battlefield 5 came out, same deal. But I picked it up later on and gave it a try. So they added like base building elements and all sorts of weird stuff. Like, kind of felt like they were trying to be a little bit more like,
Mhm.
they're like, hey, people like to build things. Let's add this thing from Fortnite and see how it does. So they did some of that stuff in 5, but I'm not even, because I never played it that much, I'm not sure where the hatred for 5 came from. Besides, a lot of the hit mechanics, um, I've been reading that were a problem in 5 seem to have come over to 2042 as well.
Okay. Where you just can't shoot people.
Yeah, even if you're standing right in front of them. Just in that Angry Joe video,
Yeah.
there's this cluster of like 8 people, and it's a cluster of people.
Mhm.
And he's just shooting right into all of them and nothing's happening.
Yep.
It's just,
Yep. Well, they had that beginning there too, where there's someone standing right in front of them and he's just shooting them in the leg and nothing's happening in the
Yeah.
arm. And
yeah.
oh, it's funny.
So it's making me angry, Rob. Like, it's basically this news of like, so we have this roadmap plan that we're gonna fix this game up. And it's like, why didn't you just do that initially?
Mhm.
They have to know.
Yeah.
Like, right?
$80 per.
Yeah.
That's why they didn't do it.
I after the reading some of the stuff about when they had that big beta like a month before launch there.
Yep.
And they released the results of the poll, the after poll.
Mhm.
And I was like, I was starting to get a little bit hesitant. And then when it got pushed out an extra month, I was like, I had my finger hovering over that buy button, and because I was just so excited to get into all the stuff they were promising,
Mhm.
and so glad I didn't. So glad I didn't, because
Yep.
I wouldn't even hate play it. I would just like,
You just sit on the shelf. Well, they say
Yeah.
there's more people playing Farming Simulator 22 right now than there is.
according to Steam metrics. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's sad.
Mhm.
That's real sad.
You know what else is sad, Ryan?
What's
Show's got to come to an end now.
Oh, is it that time?
It's that time.
But I'm not done being mad, Rob.
Cue the froggy fishing scenes music from Sonic Adventure. Is that a
Right.
reference you? Okay. He's
I
like
know what
it's
you're talking
really
about.
distorted like violin, and
Yeah.
that's how I feel right now.
Well, all right, Rob. We'll take this crazy train into the station and just say thank you everyone for hanging out with us. And, you know, as usual, we've had a blast. We hope you have too. If you want to check out more of our stuff, you can go check out thegrumpyoldgamers.com. That's where we've posted all of our original content. But honestly, come on over to Facebook. That's where the most activity happens. We have just search the Grumpy Old Gamers there. You'll find 2 pages of ours. You'll find the main page and the forum page where you can go and ask questions and have discussions. And, you know, also, if you want to reach out to us, you can reach us at makeusgrumpy@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you.
Especially if you're a Russian bot.
Especially if you're a Russian bot.
We don't get enough emails from them.
No, please send more.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, if you're here at the end of the show, make sure to check out Rob getting scared this Friday.
Yep, it'll be a time.
A good time. And
It'll be something.
also, we're taking donations right up until when, Rob? The 20th?
20th, I believe, is the cutoff there.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So, you know, if you want to help out a little bit, and you'll get something in return. At least a Steam game code. I got a ton of them to give away here.
And maybe a hug.
And maybe a hug. If you live in the Edmonton area within a block of our houses. Walking distance.
Yep. Let us know. And if you do know you're within a walking distance of our house, that's weird. Stop it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Well, good night, everybody.
Good night.